Yeah, we live. We live, man. Listen. This day has been crazy. This day has been crazy. So, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Terrell with the Y Humphrey, and welcome to another, what is it called? Series of talk with life and growth and development and wisdom and learning and things that we really need to talk about that it's not really spoken about. There go the air. The air just kicked off. So listen. Today, I'm in the process of starting a segment, and it's called Failure is Friday. And it's ironic, today is Friday, and my goal and my intention is to do this more often, is to do it once a week. So Failure is Friday is really saying, okay, how did the week go? What did you learn? How did you overcome it? And what was different about it that made you learn a lesson? So not only am I going through life, am I going through my own experiences, I understand when we learn from other people's experiences and that trial and error, everything becomes more understandable. Everything becomes more suitable. Everything becomes more understanding to go through. But it's going through it that makes it more difficult to learn. And that's why this topic and this platform is going to be so important, because you can learn from other people. You're able to learn from somebody that has experienced a trial and error, and now the error is being taught because it's somebody experience. You dig what I'm saying? Listen. There's a process behind the journey. There's a process behind the success. There's a process behind everything. But how do you understand the process that you are on when you don't understand why you're doing what you're doing? Listen, today was hard. Today was hard. I am not going to even lie. Today was hard. And it was hard because, excuse me, I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the energy like I normally have. I was just extremely tired. I was extremely tired. Vision Circle. That is a great name. Wow, Vision Circle. That is phenomenal. Spencer Solomon. What's up, man? How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? Today we talking about hard time matters. Wait, hard time matter too. So we have to understand that life is not going to be how we plan it to be. We got days, we got trials and error. We got days when we don't feel like doing anything. Today was that day for me. Hard day matters because we have to understand the yin and yang effect with life. And when we understand the yin and the yang effect with life, we understand that everything is not going to always be good. We're going to have some bad days. We're going to have some days to where we can't even understand why things are even happening the way that they're happening. Why am I saying this? Because oftentimes you need to feel how the bad feel. You need to go through that bad experience to even say, "Oh, I don't like that one. I don't even like that one. I don't know what it is, but it's something different." But that bad is going to hit you. It's going to hit you more different than you think, because when everything is going good on one side, when the bad hit, it becomes out of nowhere. It comes from nowhere. How do you prepare for something that's not in front of you? That's why it's so important to prepare for the unknown. That's why it's so important to prepare for your future success. The yin and the yang effect is so important because we have to really understand, when there's good, there will always be bad. When there's bad, there will always be good. But how do you keep the balance? How do you understand what you're working with? Harley, what it do, man? What it do? How do you understand that the lessons that you're going through, the bad is the adversity? How do you actually help? How do you turn the bad and let it be a blessing to you? You know, listen. You see what I'm saying? There's a process. There's a journey behind it, and we have to be willing to go through the process and the phase in order to say that we are okay. Today I didn't feel like giving up. Today was hard. It was difficult. I didn't do as much as I wanted to do, but I did do some work. I posted a couple times. I read a book, but I took a nice little nap. Listen, that nap was so good, I had to lay back down and take another one. I had to take another nap. That nap was so good because it was something that I didn't know I needed. It was something that I didn't even know. It me taking it that made me feel a lot better. But oftentimes when the bad get presented, that's when we run from the problem and solution because we don't know how to control what's going on. We don't know how to control what's going on. Hold on, I'm gonna do a sound effect because that was a bar. Oh my goodness! Hold on, where is it? Where is it? Listen, did you hear the round of applause? You feel me? Oh, because we have to realize that the bad is presented because this is something that we are unfamiliar with. It's something that we don't know how to deal with. Shania, what's up, woman? The bad is something that we don't know how to deal with. But how do you control something that you can't see? That's when the lesson in the patient and time is really built within us. Because it's so important to understand that the bad is just here because it's present because it's something that we don't understand. That nap today was phenomenal. I felt like it was bad because I didn't do as much as I wanted to. However, since I didn't do what I wanted to do, I did complete some things. That bad told me I needed to rest. That bad showed me why rest is important. Because now I'm energized. I'm energized. Earlier, I was drowsy. What's the topic? Bad, bad matter too. Wait, I think I said that wrong. The bad matter too. The bad matter too. You help me come up with it, lady. The bad matter too. I think that's the title. Life ain't gonna always be good. It's not. We when it's bad, that's when it's preparing us for something that we don't know. It's preparing us for our strength, for our growth, for our awareness, for something that's gonna really help us in the future. But the future isn't here because we gotta understand why the bad is present. Bad says matter. Bad days matter too. Bad days matter too. Bad days matter too. Um, would you be open to coming on live? I don't know if she gonna come on live. And the special part about the bad days is that the bad days is just an analogy of of adversity. How do you control what you don't know? How do you go through and grow through the pain? How do you identify the pain and turn the pain into something great, something good, something better, something that's really beneficial? That's the moment in the day, in the second, in the hour, in the minute that you begin to grow into someone new. Because you're able to identify what you've been through, understand it, learn it, identify why, and flip it to where it's helping you more than anything. Why? Because when you go through one adversity, another one's going to come. It's going to be stacking amongst each other because it's a process behind something that we don't understand. Bad days matter too because we have to accept the adversity. We have to identify the adversity. I remember I was playing football in high school. In my 11th grade year, we went 3-7. My 11th grade year, we went 3-7. Won 3 games, lost 7. My 12th grade year is the same outcome. But what was different about my 11th and 12th grade year was that we had a sense of family, sense of drive, and sense of understanding from the previous year. So when we started the season at my 12th grade, we came out determined to win, determined to change, determined to grow. Because you got to really think about all the preparation that goes on behind the scene. People didn't see the practices. People didn't see the film. People didn't see the long days of us running and hitting each other. They didn't see that. They just see Friday night when the lights come on, and then now we're playing against the opposing team. But what was so special about my 12th grade year was that we came out playing as one. My 11th grade year was playing as multiple. You feel me? Like there wasn't no balance right there. I'm open to listen. Family background noise. I got you next time. Okay. Okay. Um, and it was so. Ooh, it was so. Listen, what I heard this. I heard this. I heard this. I heard this earlier. Success has receipts. Success has receipts, and your boy got receipts. You dig? The thing about the app that I'm on now, you can actually see the footage. Hold on. I'm about to pull that mug up. Hold on. Terryl Humphrey Max Preps. Okay, yep, there we go. Hold on, I'm gonna share my screen. There we go. I ain't gonna play the longest. I'll play like the minute and some change. I think this one like 30 seconds.
My Kayla's been an engineer since she could walk.
Success
So when she got into her dream
receipts.
school, and I was so proud of her.
I can't
But
skip
then
this
came the
ad.
hard part.
I can't skip this ad.
Finding a student loan company that I could trust. With Ernest, I felt like we'd found the key to her dream. It took 15 minutes to apply, and it's so nice to be able to speak to a real person.
Okay.
Great.
This mug is taking too long. Hold on, it's almost done.
Ernest took care of me and made Kayla's dream possible.
Call me as soon as you get that.
Visit earnest.com/dream to get started today.
Okay. This one 39 seconds. This one is 39 seconds. Shane, how you doing? This was 39 seconds. This is this. I think this is my 11th grade year, but I'm not really for sure. Okay, that's not me. That was not my tackle. Well, anyways, I can show the highlights, but I don't know how much it's gonna play. I didn't know that advertising was so long. That mug was super long. God, that mug was long. And then they didn't give you an option to skip it. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. But when I was in high school and we was playing, a special thing about that time was that you work for what you desire, but as you working for your success is not gonna be easy. Mind you, we was a team, but the teams that we was playing against, they was like 6'2", 6'3", like they was huge. That was huge. My senior year, they was huge. The team that I was on, we was small, but we had that dog. You know what I mean? We had that sense of determination, sense of will, sense of drive, sense of ambition. We had something to prove. Not to everybody in the stands, but everybody that was on that field. See, that's different when you really understand why you're doing things and why it's presented that way. You can't be the person that you are today without going through the adversity. The adversity is the bad days. The adversity is something that you really haven't experienced. Doctor, I'm gonna butcher your last name. I apologize if I said it incorrectly. I'm just gonna say doctor. Doctor, what's going on? I appreciate you for joining. And what I learned during that time, during my 12th grade year, Profess Irinda, India, Profess India. I think I said that incorrectly. What's going on? But what I learned was that when you learn who you're proving your work ethic to, your bad days become understanding, because now this is when your adversity is controlled. It's control. We can't change the outcome. We can't change the end result and how it ended. But every time we stepped on that field, before I told my ACL my 12th grade year, before I went out the season, every time we stepped on that field, we played as one. We played as a team because we had something to prove to ourselves. How do you prove your work ethic to yourself when your work ethic is unknown? See, that's why it's so important to even get uncomfortable figuring out why these bad days exist. Today, earlier, I didn't feel like doing anything. I was exhausted. But it also taught me I needed rest. I haven't been resting like I needed to be. I haven't been resting like I should have been. But it's crazy when you identify why things are happening, that's when you start to change. My 11th grade, we went 3-7, and I played my heart out. We all played our heart out, but you can feel the difference in the growth in the team, in the environment when everybody's working towards one goal. Not only is it a team effort, you have to do your part to the best of your capability, because we all have bad days. We all have days to where we don't feel like doing anything. But how do you control the days when you're not your all to give it your all? That's the part that's difficult to understand. That's the part that's so confusing, because how do you do something to the best of your ability when it's hard to even understand the adversity? That's why success is so it's attainable to the person that wants it. I'm gonna say that again. You feel me? That was actually pretty nice. Success is attainable to the person that wants it. How do you want success if you never achieved it? See, as you're going through life, you had different kinds of success, different things that's considered successful to you. But we often forget about the journey because the journey is so overwhelming. When adversity comes, we forget about everything that we've been through. Because now we get to ask them, why me? Why do I have to go through this? Why do I have to experience this? Why me? You feel me? You feel me? Why do I have to go through this? Why do I have to experience this? You're experiencing the hard truth, the hard reality, the adversity, the bad days, because you haven't understood it. You haven't understood why it's present. Bad days are going to continue to happen. Just like good days. Good days are going to continue to happen. But how do you give your all on your bad days when your good days not even here? That's why understanding that life is a cycle. It's a cycle of you understanding the process. The process is going to be overwhelming, but the more you understand why, the more you prove it to yourself. That's when you begin to grow. That's when you begin to develop. That's when you begin to become the person that you desire to become. Signature logo. How you doing? How you doing? Appreciate you for tapping in. All these questions that you're asking, that you're hearing, you have to learn how to ask yourself these questions. Today, I asked myself, why am I feeling like this? Why am I feeling like this? I said, I don't know. I went to sleep. But then when I woke up, that's when the answer and the solution was presented. I wasn't ready for the answer. I was premature to the answer before the answer got developed. And then when I woke up, that's when I became mature and understanding, oh, this what it is. Bad days matters too, because I need to learn how to rest more. Eric, what's going on, man? I appreciate you for tapping in. And that's why when the bad days come, bad days matter too, because in order for it to matter, you have to understand why. You have to feel and live through the bad moments, because the good moments is right around the corner. But how long do you need to dwell in your misery, in the adversity, in the bad days, before it gets flipped to good days? That's the question at hand. That's something that's so difficult to understand because it wasn't taught to us. It wasn't taught to us. It wasn't demonstrated in a way to where we can understand it even better. My favorite player, Kobe Bryant, phenomenal basketball player, phenomenal basketball player. He had countless of injuries, countless of championships, countless of moments to where he wasn't his best. He had moments to where he gave it his all, but yet his all wasn't enough. Ed Smiley, what's up, man? How you doing? He gave it his all, but his all wasn't his best because he still fell short. I remember I had watched this one video pertaining to Kobe Bryant, and they were speaking about how Kobe was always a competitor, both on and off the court. But it's really different when you understand why he was competing at the level that he was challenged. Because oftentimes you have to really just look in the mirror and say, what happened here? I remember I watched the documentary. I watched the documentary. I think it was either the 1998 playoffs or the 1997 playoffs when he shot 5 air balls. He shot 5 air balls, and it was so mind blowing. When he shot his first one, he didn't stop shooting. He didn't stop persisting through the adversity. He shot 1 air ball, got the ball again, then shot another air ball. Now we at 2. Then he got the ball and shot another air ball. Now we at 3. But you know how much confidence you have to have in yourself in order to keep pushing along the journey? In order to go through that adversity, in order to go through that hard time and shoot 5 in air ball, five shots. He was proving to himself that he can do it. Many of us are not proving to ourselves that we can do it as well. The validation that we're looking for other people, we're not giving that okay to ourselves. We're not giving the you can do it. We're not giving the encouragement to ourselves just like we're giving to everybody else. Kendra, what's up, family? How you doing? Team Shabazz, how you doing, man? I probably said that wrong. I apologize if I said that wrong. When I learned that adversity does not stop happening, it's happening for us in order to understand if we can go through this hard time, why can't the good time be present when it's time for us to accept it? See, your bad days matter too because your good days is not going to always be present. The days is that you're feeling your good, the best, the days that you're feeling your best, the days that you're feeling the top tier, the days that you're really completing a lot of things and feeling so successful. Them days are not going to always be here because you have to realize as you're getting all the good, doing all the good, feeling all the good, the bad is right around the corner. So how you keep a balance when the bad is rising and the good is dropping? That's where you have to realize and understand adversity comes, but as it's coming, how you control it. Adversity is happening for us. Wow, that's so good. It's happening for us. And it's happening for us because it's preparing us for the growth that we can actually walk into. So Kobe Bryant, they went to the playoffs in 1998. And then they won the playoffs in 2001. Why did they win? Because of the process, because of the journey, because of they had something to prove within themselves. Centos, what's going on, man? They had everything to prove to themselves, so they kept going out and fighting against adversity. Here's what's happening when the bad is outweighing the good. We throw in the towel so quick before we even understand why it's even here. How do you go through hard times if you don't prepare for the unknown? Bad days matter too because we have to understand why it's mattering. Why it's mattering? Why does it even play a factor in our everyday life? If you can take adversity out your life, Your life wouldn't be your life. Your life wouldn't be the life that you have now. Why? Because everything was just given to you. Everything went so well for you. Everything was in the position to where you can just walk into it and get it. But what happens when that actually gets taken from you? You really have to do some groundwork, some ground development, some self-development to realize I really need to become the person in order to hold and understand what's being presented. What's going on, Kay? And that's why adversity matters, because it's helping us learn what we didn't understand. Sometimes you gotta get hit across your head a couple times. Sometimes you gotta fail so many times, your failure becomes your lesson. Failure is Friday is so important because we all go through life in our own different ways. But if you really want to be technical, we're experiencing the same thing, but it's just a different walks of life. It's just a different walks of life. Devin, what up, man? Devin, what up, man? How you doing? It's just a different walk of life. Similar results, just different. How do you understand what you're going through is building you? It's nourishing you. It's showing you why you can actually do it. Failure can become your lesson. That's a gem. Failure can become your lesson. I had forgot I said that. I forgot I said that. Wow, that is a great gem. Failure can become your lesson. That I had to let that one sink in for a little bit. Failure can become your lesson. And it's so important. Off the top. Good, brother. Love what you're doing, man. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. It really means a lot. That really means a lot. Man, I love what you're doing. You and your family look great. Y'all look amazing. Y'all look happy. You know what I mean? Very inspiring, very inspirational. And here's the thing about why failure is really, you cannot run from failure. You just cannot run from failure. Here's why. When I started my journey back in August of 2020, I had a thought, I had a vision, I had a moment. I'm like, by September of 2020, I'm gonna be a millionaire. Okay, August was here, so fast forward to September of 2020, it came, but I wasn't a millionaire. I watched this video about with Jim Rohn. He said that it's who you become in order to attract and earn the money that you think about. But I heard that video a couple years after I had that thought. Why am I saying this? Because I wasn't the person that I needed to develop to become in order to create $1 million worth of revenue. In order to have $1 million worth of profit. I didn't even know what $1 million looked like. I still don't know what it looked like. However, becoming the person to understand who and why is more attainable. James, what it do? What it do, man? It's more attainable because when you work on yourself and you get educated and you build your confidence, this adversity is becoming controllable because now you understand why the good is with the bad. Why? Because you know how to handle the unbalance. You know how to handle things to make it balance again. All right? How do you control the outcome? You work on yourself. You change what you're doing in order to get a better result. But it's so scary. It's scary not to do it. It's scary not to even try. It's scary to even have it in your mind and not even try. Why? Because you are not going to be the person that you are today if you never take that leap of faith. If I would never have that thought to begin what I was doing, where I'm at today wouldn't be here. Who I am today, I would not be this person. MZK, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? We talking about bad days matter too. We all have bad days, but it's understanding when you have the bad days, how you controlling and helping for yourself. There's a way that you respond to adversity. There's a way that you respond to adversity. What's the way? Recognizing, taking your time, and taking one step, one day, one moment, one event, one task at a time. Why? Because adversity is not going to go nowhere. You have to learn in order to see what you did wrong. When I had this thought of becoming a millionaire, I didn't know I needed to get around people and education that can help me gain this knowledge. I'm not a millionaire now, but in my head, you feel me? In my head, in my mind, I understand why it's possible. There's a way that you respond to adversity. Jim, off the top. And it's so special to even recognize why you're in the position today. Bad days matter too because they don't stop happening. They just get more control. They just become more understanding and more relatable because you have the experience to control your outcome. But it's so scary. It's so scary. I didn't know having the thought of becoming a millionaire would take so much work. I'm not a millionaire. I can say it again. I'm not a millionaire. However, I'm not saying I'm not going to be one. Why? Because words have power. Your thoughts have knowledge. Your experience teaches you what you can do and how you need to do it. Your experience teaches you how to control your adversity. That's a lot better. Your experience teaches you how to control your adversity and present the outcome that can be laid out. But it's so scary because I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I'm the person that I am in order to create the dreams and my belief and everything I want to do because I'm not that person. I don't believe in myself. I don't think I can do this. Untold Q, what's up, man? How you doing? Okay, what's up, woman? I don't believe everything that's coming to me is for me because I didn't have to go through the process and adversity in order to become who and why I need to become this person. Hold on, I gotta get some water. Hold on. I'm doing all right. How about you, bro? Man, I'm good, man. Today we're talking about the bad days matter too. Hey, what's up? Nothing much. How you doing? Speaking some truth, huh? Man, you came in at the right time because when your bad days appear, how do you control the outcome? O'Neal. I said, O'Neal, what it do? Okay, yeah, that's an N. That's an N. I had to clarify. I thought that must had a OMELEIL. And it's so special because when you handle one adversity, when the next will come, you know how to control it a little bit better. Let me give you a prime example. Last year, I was going through a divorce. Not only was I going through a divorce, I totaled my car out July 29th of 2022. Not only did I total my car out, I was getting out the military. I was transitioning, moving from California back to my hometown. So it was one adversity. Not only did I have to learn how to identify my emotions and recognize what I was going through was absolutely okay. I just needed to go through this because this is something I didn't experience before. But as I'm going through this, as I'm dealing with it, the next problem that came up was me totaling my car out. Not only was I okay, am I still here today, but it taught me, okay, first, check your body, make sure you're good. Check everybody, make sure they're good. Get everybody information. keep a calm composure, and call a total. Do the whole process. Do the whole process. But it taught me how to remain calm. Me going through my divorce taught me how to remain calm. Christian, what's up, bro? Me going through the pain, me going through that process taught me, okay, yes, this one situation is here. That doesn't mean it's going to stop and prevent any others from coming up. But when you go through one adversity and another comes on top of it, your control, your understanding, your demeanor, your experience is a little bit better because of the first adversity. See, the bad days is teaching you and preparing you what's coming to you. Okay. That one just went over somebody's head. I just know it. I just know that one went over somebody's head. The bad days is preparing you for more adversity to come because your life not gonna always be good. What happens when you constantly achieving everything that you desire? Nothing's ever going wrong. You don't know how to handle the bad news, the bad days when they get presented. Why? Because everything just been so good. Everything been so good. But when that bad come up, how do you control it? Your experience is building you to prepare you for the unknown. But when the unknown get presented, that's when you become able to control what and how you respond to it. So not only was I going through my divorce, I totaled my car out. Then I got another car. Then I had to move in with my brother. Me moving with my brother, I stayed with them for like 3 months. And I'm still trying to figure out everything in the process. I'm still trying to figure out who I am, why am I going through this process, what am I learning, what am I doing, what do I want to do. It's so hard to even identify because now you really have to take account for the adversity that has been stacked upon each other. So now how do you deal with everything all at once? How do you deal with the multiple adversities that's stacked upon you? That's what I had to learn. I had to learn that pain and that time when I started my divorce process, it was preparing me to learn how to be by myself, how to be and control my emotions, how to understand that when things are happening, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. So now, as I'm at my brother's house and I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm making content and I'm going to networking events and I'm doing things that can relax my mind and gain me some new knowledge of something that I was looking for but didn't know what I was searching. But it taught me the more you put yourself out, this is where your answers get presented. And it's getting presented because now you are preparing yourself for the future. You are preparing yourself for the future. Why? Because you have more control over yourself. So now, as I'm in my brother crib and I'm learning, I'm trying to read the books, I'm trying to meet the people, I'm trying to control my thoughts, I'm trying to control my feelings, I'm trying to control the adversity that I've been through, I'm trying to control everything that I'm going through. My shoulders and my weight became heavy because I'm trying to deal with everything all at once. I'm trying to deal with everything all at once. The bad days matter too, because you really have to learn how to take your adversity, your bad days, day by day by day by day. There's a process behind the madness. There's a process behind the journey, but the journey is so confusing because now we are based off our emotions. Our feelings get hurt, and now we respond in a way we don't even remember. That's the process of adversity. Your experience and your confidence is getting built within yourself when you understand that the bad days that's present is teaching you a lesson, not only just for today, but for days and weeks and months and years to come. When I started back in 2020, I wouldn't be here today, April 28th, 2023, talking how I'm talking from my experiences. But I wasn't afraid to start. I wasn't afraid to do the best that I could do. Just back in football, Just like I was playing football, I did the best I could because I trained and built the resiliency, the stamina, the knowledge, the experience to be able to play at the level that I played at, which was only high school, which was only high school. Uh, arm, arm. I'm going to say that wrong. I apologize if I said that wrong. I apologize if I said your name wrong. I do not know how to pronounce that. It say arms X. Yeah, I probably said that wrong. But appreciate you for coming on. We talking about why bad days matter too. And it's so doing things afraid is showing you why you should do it. I gotta head out, but take care. You do the same, Miss K. Doing things afraid is preparing you for something that you don't understand how to do, or who you need to become, or why you're doing something a particular way. When you do things afraid, your resiliency and your confidence is built. But it can't be built if you never start. You can't have the bad days if you don't even take the first step to even start. Bad days matters too because your bad days is building you for your future success. But you can only figure out what's good and what's bad the more you start, the more you go, the more you experience, the more you learn, the more you fail, the more you recognize. But you can only recognize why when you understand the yin and the yang method. When there's good, there's bad. When there's bad, there's good. How do you control the two and keep a balance? You have to be prepared for something that you can't see, because if you're not prepared for something that's not known, it will surprise you in a way to where you have to figure it out so quickly you wasn't prepared for it. But it's so special when you recognize why the bad is here. The bad is here because the balance is the yin and the yang. You either be good or you can either be bad. You can either have a good day, you can have a bad day. You can't have in between. You can't be in between. You can't be in between. It's like you saying I'm happy now, but I'm sad as well. Like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? You can either be one or the other. How can you have two different emotions at the same time? Either I'm happy or I'm sad. Or either I'm experiencing this emotion or I'm experiencing that emotion. Or I'm experiencing this emotion, I'm experiencing that emotion. It's either or. It's either or. We as people try to deal with everything so quickly, we're missing what's being present. We try to handle things so quickly, we missing what's present. What's present? Us going through the process, us going through the phase, us going through times we understand it's going to be hard to overcome. I gotta get some water. Bad days is building you and showing you why hard work never gets unnoticed. And it's not noticed because this is something that you have built within yourself. This is a routine. This is a habit. This is a daily grind that we are all alone. But oftentimes we get so stuck in the grind, we forget to take a step back and relax our mind. That's when the bad things start to happen because we're running all over the place. We're doing so many things, we're forgetting about the bad that's present. We're forgetting about the good that's present because everything is a routine now. Everything is a routine. When I was playing football, every day was a routine to get in the gym, to go run, to hit each other, to run around, to do more conditioning. It became a routine. It became a routine because now we understand the schedule. But since we understand the schedule, we understand what we need to do. Oftentimes, doing is the most difficult because how do you do when you are afraid? How do you try when trying is the most scariest thing to even understand? But I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to be embarrassed, so I'm not gonna do it. Chad, what it do, man? I'm not gonna be embarrassed, so I'm not gonna do it. I don't think I'm good enough, so I'm not gonna even try. But you not trying is stopping the lesson that you can learn once you begin. Failure is Friday is understanding the failure that you have to go through in order to get to Friday. Failure is Friday is identifying the lesson that you have to go through in order to be here today. And it's so vital, so important that we understand everything we're doing is not for no reason. It's not for no reason. The good days are not here for no particular reason. The bad days are not here for no particular reason. It's here because it's teaching us something that we haven't understood. This is ooh, ooh. Listen. The good does not outweigh the bad because the bad is present when we least expect it. But the bad overtakes the good because we don't know how to control the outcome that's being present. And that's where the hardships and the overwhelmingness, I don't even know that if that's a word, overwhelmingness. I don't know if that's a word, but that's where it kicks in. That's where it starts. That's where it comes from because we're not understanding what's being presented. Listen. Bad days matter too because you're not going to always have good days. How do you control what's being present to you and be prepared for your future? You got to take it one day at a time. You got to accept the day for what it is. I had to accept that I was tired. I had to accept the day that I was drowsy. I had to accept today that it was better for me to rest. But I made it a point to jump on live and to do the small achievements, small accomplishments that I accomplished. I made 2 videos. I posted 2 videos. I can't remember the videos I posted. I don't know. But I controlled the outcome that was present. So what if you don't feel like it? You're not gonna always feel like it. That's when you start to recognize and identify why. I saw this quote or this video or something, I can't remember where, that was like, bad days does not last unless you give it a chance to last longer. I think I just made that one up. Living Nike, what's going on, man? Fast. Every time I see your name, I never say that correctly. But I appreciate y'all for joining. And it's so relatable because we're all going through our own journey. Maybe you didn't have a bad day today. Maybe you have one tomorrow. I'm not wishing upon nobody. It's just reality. It's science. And it's crazy. I don't even like science. But I understand life is science. Maybe I don't like the classes. Yeah, the chemistry, the bio, and whatever else is science. I guess. I don't know. I don't like the classes. But I like life, science, if that make any type of sense. I don't know if it does, but it makes sense in my head. It makes sense. I can't I don't know. I don't think that was sounding right. So I was gonna talk for an hour. If y'all got value from this, make sure you like it. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you actually share this with somebody that's having a bad day so they can recognize that they are not alone. Make sure you share this with 3 people. Leave a comment down below. And I'll see y'all next time.